Holistic human.
Case squad.
What's up, holistic humans? This is Keenan, and today's topic is how to design a holistic workout plan that suits your needs.
It's Kiki.
So, first off, I'm just gonna dive right in and give you guys the first tip is to consider your fitness goals. And what I mean by that is, do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do you want to be an athlete? Do you want to just look big? Do you want to train for performance? Are you just trying to look cut? Are you trying to look jacked? Do you want to look swole, but then still have some definition? These things are things to consider. Are you trying to get faster? Like, what is your goal in mind? And I also want to add in this quote that will help you along your journey. Something to consider, something to get your mind flowing. Plans have no value, but planning is essential. I'm going to say that again. Plans have no value, but planning is essential. So, we've all been in situations where we've had plans and plans didn't fall through. Whether that's going to hang out with your friends or even just having a goal that unfortunately you weren't able to follow through, or just, saying that something was going to happen and then it didn't happen. And it's important for us to not just have the plans, but plan it out, right? So if you have a goal or a plan in mind, it's nothing without the planning. So you have to methodically sit there and say, okay, this is how I'm going to become a better athlete. This is how I'm going to get faster. This is how my vertical is going to increase. This is how I'm going to be, yoked, or this is how I'm going to be jacked. So you have to identify your fitness goal and do the proper planning. I'm also going to add in the why is important as well. It's just as important as the how, if not more important than how. The why is what's going to keep you going. Why are you getting started on this journey? Like, why are you designing this program? And as long as you know why, nothing can stop you for it. Another one of my quotes that I like is prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And piss poor performance promotes pain. You know what I'm saying? So just really lock in and consider your fitness goals. Now, number 2 is to create a balanced routine. We always see the memes of a chicken with a big upper body and then really skinny legs, right? You don't want to be like that. You want to be balanced. And you don't want to just have, supreme lower body and then a small, tiny upper body. That goes for the ladies. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. Y'all work on your lower body all day long, but you have to work on the upper body too. It's important to have a strong upper body too as a lady. Not super buff. You don't have to be like that, but just a little tone. You got a little strength. There's nothing wrong with that. The lower body is nice too, but the full package is where it's at. That goes for the guys too. Just make sure you're incorporating the entire balanced routine. I know that the ladies like the upper body, but I feel like they also like the lower body too. So it's important for you to create that balanced routine. And I'm actually going to provide a free workout routine in the link in the description that's just going to help you guys out to create a balanced routine. I'm going to have one for the ladies and then one for the men as well. Just a general workout routine. So the next is to start low and progress slowly. So this is called progressive overload. And what you have to do is I'll tell you guys a story actually. So when I was like in about the seventh grade, there's this place like it's called like a mini Chinatown around where I'm from. And so one day I went there with my family and we were just walking through the Chinatown Mall area. It was a new experience and I was really excited because of just all of the things that I felt like it had to offer. It's a completely new experience for me because I had never been to a Chinatown place before. The way it smelled, the way the people were talking to each other, and it was just a great experience. So we ended up going into this medicinal place. Um, and there was this guy in there. He was about 5'7", and he just had these massive forearms. And I was like, how did you get forearms like that? And he was a Tai Chi expert. And he was like, look, what you need to do is develop your power. The forearms is the power. And the way that you develop that is by having push-ups and pull-ups and doing those properly. And so I was like, when I got home, I was like, bet, like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna listen to this man. And so I kid you not, like first week when I got home and I was doing the push-ups, I could barely do like 5, but as the weeks went on, like, one week, the next week I was able to do 10. The next week after that, I was able to do 20. In a month I was able to do 40. So progressive overload, going to failure. Um, and going to failure is really important if you're trying to challenge yourself during your workout and really like gain muscle. Basically, going to failure is the point where the neuromuscular system can no longer produce adequate force to overcome a specific workload. So, in the process of gaining muscle is having the tissues broken down and then recovering and replacing damaged muscle fibers, like, through the process where the muscle fibers fuse together and form the new proteins. So going to failure is essential if you're looking to build the muscle and get it stronger, right? So I say that to say, start low and progress slowly. You don't have to go in there and then be so pressed, but it's just like being consistent and progressing slowly. Rome wasn't built in one day, and neither will your body be built in one day. But we're going to go back to my favorite quote. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. So you have to keep that in mind, okay? Stay the course. Build activity into your daily routine. So really what you want to do is when you're building this activity into your daily routine, you want to make sure that you just set aside some time, whether that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, shoot, even 5 minutes when you're working out for the starting low and progressing slowly. And by the way, you can do that by checking out my videos, my 10-minute workout videos, my 15-minute workout videos, 20-minute workout videos, and 5-minute workout videos coming soon. But yeah, work out with me in those. And if you can't do it, then initially just keep on working at it and you'll get it. And so building that activity into your daily routine is important because it'll help you design your fitness routine based around your schedule. Just doing something that works for you. Don't focus on what everybody else is doing on Instagram. Focus on what the fitness people in your gym are doing when you see them. You may ask them for tips, but what's working for them may not work for you. So you have to find out what works for you. And once you find out what works for you, you just got to stick to it. But it starts with just building that activity into your daily routine, setting along that time, so you can start low and progress slowly. The next is to plan to include different activities. So it's important that you do the different activities, but you don't do them like you don't switch it up like every week, right? So at least I recommend at least doing something like similar activities for at least 4 weeks, right? So that you could see the results. Um, Now I'm not saying that every time you go in the gym, like you just do the same thing, but week one you do back squats on um, Monday, and then you do a different variation of squat on Wednesday. Actually, no, Thursday for the purpose of this. You do a different variation of squat on Thursday. So you do like goblet squat. But then that next Monday, you go back to doing the back squat. Or, instead of doing a regular deadlift on the Monday, you do the sumo deadlift on Thursday. So planning that different activity, that different weightlifting activity is important. And you also want to know what muscles you're targeting. So if you're doing the deadlift, it's going to activate like your entire posterior chain. But if you're doing the RDL, it's going to activate your entire posterior chain. But RDL is more glute focused depending on your range of motion. So the shorter it is, the more active it is towards the glutes. But the longer it is, the stiffer deadlift is more like geared towards your hamstring. So keep that in mind too when you're designing your fitness program. And number 6, trying high interval intensity training. So that's just like HIIT workouts. And what a HIIT workout is, there's like different variations of it, but going like as intense as possible as you can for about 20 seconds and then taking that rest for 10 seconds. Or going as hard as you can for 30 seconds and then taking that rest for 10 seconds. So that's important. It'll help you burn a lot of calories and get nice cardio in. And you'll actually be burning calories after your workout because of how intense it is on your muscle fibers and on your body. So that's something that's important to consider. But the other thing to consider is that you don't want to do it too much depending on your workout goals, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, high intensity interval training is good. But if you're trying to gain muscle, you don't want to do like high intensity interval training, HIIT workouts, more than like twice a week, because you're just going to be burning too many calories and then you won't be getting bigger and you'll be like, why am I getting skinnier, but I'm putting in this much work in the gym? That happened to me. So take it from my advice, and just limit the amount of high interval intensity training that you do, if you're trying to gain muscle in the gym. All right, and so this is very key as well, allowing time for recovery. So I mean, you can work out, right? You can work out like for 10 weeks at a time, 8 weeks at a time. But it's important that at the end of those 8 weeks or 10 weeks or even 9 weeks, you take off 1 week, 1 to 2 weeks, right? So there's always like generally a plateau like that you reach, in my opinion, that I've noticed for the like around like the 8 week frame. And when you actually take a rest for like a week or two, you may think that, oh, I'm going to lose all my gains, but it's not like that. When you actually come back into the gym after that week or two off, you feel so much refreshed, like, and you're able to allow like any minor tears or any like small injuries that you sustain that you may not have even noticed heal. And so that's important. But you also have to make sure during this time that you're keeping your protein intake and keeping up, the calories that you need to be able to maintain your weight or just maintain your gains if that's your goal. And so finally, the most important thing is to write it down on paper. So write it down on paper and be creative. Be creative You know, just like try and mix it up. So, uh, like one day, or adding some active things to your routine. So if you're really trying to, let's say you're just trying to be a bodybuilder or whatever, like add some things like jump squats into your routine, add some box jumps to your routine, like do something a little different. Like, and if you're only focused on performance training, which is what I recommend, because if you're focused on the performance training, then you're gonna get the look because of the focus on the performance. But if you're focused on performance training, also add in like some of those accessory workouts so that it could like make your physique even better than what it is, like, which is already going to be nice if you're focused on performance. But add in something like an accessory workout, like the lateral raise to get your shoulders right, or you know add in something to like get your abs nice. So do like an extra ab workout so that you can get those cuts in, like stuff like that. Or tricep extension. Like, so instead, like in addition to the like push and pull, like just add something a little different um to what you're doing. So, and for the ladies, I feel like one of the challenges that many women have is getting that pull up. So, and I feel like I just want to challenge you guys and let you know that you can get it. Like you can get that pull up, but you gotta, mix it up a little bit. But also just staying consistent. And the final thing is, once you write it down, then monitor your progress. So, and it's okay, like if you just monitor it on your phone, but I feel like when you write it down on paper, your brain actually registers it as a task that you know is not completed, but it's working on being completed because of the writing and the actual thought that is coming out of your brain and being transferred to the paper. Um, and so that's it. Those are my 8 uh, ways to design your fitness program. Um, and you can get your own program. You can also like look one up. Um, just looking one up depending on your needs. But I'm gonna drop like a free workout program in the description of this video so that uh, you guys can work out and then see if you like it. So whether you're working out for the first time, you're trying to get into fitness, or you've been working out for a long time, you just want to try something new, just try my workout and see how you like it. And then once you try it out, comment below and let me know what you think. All right. So that's it. I do want to add one bonus tip. Uh, so this is the final bonus tip that I have for designing your own program. And this is going to bring in that holistic aspect to working out and operating at a high level when you're working out. So I challenge you to just meditate for 5 minutes every day, like when you wake up and when you go to sleep, because the emotional and physical benefits of meditation is just exceptional and exponential. So I'm just give you a few. It's Some of them include gaining a new perspective on stressful situations because you're able to reflect on what's going on in your life and be in tune with your body and understanding like the certain nuances that are going on in your body and how you reacting to what's going on in your body, and just remembering that the world within is a reflection of the world without. And so the only way you'll know that is if you're able to go within and you're able to meditate, so you can really reflect on what you want to do with your program, with regards to your program, like making sure that you're doing it for you and not because the external forces are saying, oh yeah, like, I need to get my shoulders like this, or I gotta get my shoulders like his, or for the ladies, like, I gotta get my booty right. Like not I gotta get my booty right, but I gotta get my booty bigger than hers. Like, something like that. So just making sure that you're doing it for you. And then it also helps to build skills to manage your stress. The meditation gets you in a calm state, and it just gives you the opportunity to, increase self awareness and focus on the present. And also, increasing imagination and creativity is something that meditation does, because I feel like meditation, you can hear your thoughts and you focus on what's actually going on at hand. Like a lot of times, like we have all these things going on with the phone, and we can get sidetracked from, uh, things that we're supposed to do. But if you're able to tap in with yourself, then it'll increase your imagination and creativity, because you're just going to be sitting in silence. And this will help you with your workout routine, designing the program, because you'll be able to make something that is creative and different from the rest of people, and add in things that you like from others' programs to make your own. And finally, it creates a tolerance, and it increases patience. So it'll just allow you to do that and then not be super stressed all the time. And so it's important to be mindful of the situation that you're in. And then just also working out. So it'll help you increase that patience and give you that determination, on those days when you're feeling down. And it'll help you, like, the tapping in with yourself will remind you, this is what I'm here to do. This is why I'm doing it. Just every day. So you got to do that. And that wraps it up, man. So I just wanted to thank you guys for tapping in with me, man. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. And let me know what you think about this content. All right. Thanks. Bye.